So you're going away for a long weekend or something like that. You want to take your clothes with you, your laptop, and of course your camera kit. But then when you get to the hotel, you empty out your laptop, you empty out all your clothes, and then you're kind of left just stuck with your sort of camera kit in the bag and the rest of the bag empty. You're carrying around a big backpack when all you want is a shoulder bag. Well, this Manfrotto Noreg backpack actually solves that problem, and I found it really useful on a few recent trips I've been on. Let me tell you guys all about it, and it might just be able to help you out too. So the Manfrotto Noreg backpack, it looks just like any other rucksack backpack that you might find on the market, but it is actually 3 bags in one. Now, first off, it's obviously a standard backpack. You've got a compartment here at the top, you've got your camera gear at the bottom, and then on the back you have a laptop compartment just here. But the cool bit is that you can actually detach the laptop case, and you can actually detach the camera compartment that's in here and use it as a separate shoulder bag. So when you get to your hotel room, for example, you can leave your backpack full of your clothes behind, you can leave your laptop behind, just take out the camera insert from the middle, and you've got a very small shoulder bag that you can take with you. Let's talk through the rest of the features of the bag. Now, first up, we've got this grey exterior. It's actually quite trendy. It's quite a nice sort of camouflage-esque grey pattern here, and it looks quite stylish. It's really meant for sort of city breaks, going to and from work maybe, things like that. It's not a sort of rugged, tough outdoor bag, and there's a couple of ways that I think Manfrotto could improve that, but I'll come on to that a little bit more at the end. But let's talk about the good features and the cool features that it has got first. Big compartment that's zipped just here. It fills up this much of the bag. It goes right down to the camera compartment. Zipped at the top here, and it's useful for us everyday things. So I've got my laptop charger in there, sunglasses, and colour checker passport goes in there quite nicely. Things that I want to access very quickly while I'm on the go. Now, it's not a double zip. You can't lock it or anything like that currently, so I'd probably avoid putting things like passports and bits and pieces like that in there. Now, if you want to carry a tripod, then we have 2 straps here. These are just on solid sort of metal loops. They're aluminium from the feel of them, and they just hook there. So it's very quick just to slide your tripod down there. And then we've got this pouch at the bottom, so you can put the legs in there, or alternatively, you can unhook this, and you've got straps here, so you can wrap a tripod and have it going horizontally. Then when you're done, again, just these aluminium loop hooks just go back into there, so you can have the tripod coming on the bottom of the bag. Works very well with the kind of Manfrotto B3 range, obviously smaller travel tripods. Now on the side, we have a little elasticated pocket at the bottom here, and just a toggle and a bungee cord there, and that's meant for sort of putting a selfie stick or a monopod. I guess you could even put a single tripod leg through there and through there just to hold it onto quickly. So another option. The Manfrotto also suggests that you could put a selfie stick there with sort of a GoPro on the top if you're doing a city break and you want to just film everything while you're walking around with your backpack on. No problem there. And that's really about it for the outside. One of the things I wish it did have was possibly just like a water bottle pouch. It seems to be missing from the backpack, and you know, if you're on a hot city break somewhere, it's something that's quite nice to have, a bottle of water on the side. Okay, so onto the laptop compartment. We have a pulley trolley strap on the back there, so you can easily put it on a suitcase. And then the main laptop compartment is here. Now you'll get a 15-inch laptop in there, so it will hold your MacBook Pro, but I've just got my little Diddy MacBook in there. Now it's reasonably well padded. You don't sort of feel the laptop while it's on your back, but there's none of those kind of ridges on this case for if you want to go hiking or wear the bag for hours and hours at a time. It really is just a few hours at a time kind of use bag. Now, as I mentioned, the cool bit is this completely unstraps and comes away so that you have just a little laptop pouch like that. And in here is a tablet compartment there. Usefully, I can actually get my whole MacBook in this compartment here. You'll easily get a 10-inch tablet in there, probably an 11-inch tablet as well, some of the larger ones. But because there's no kind of protection or slip over the top here, I don't like the idea of just having the tablet in there on its own. I feel they could have done with just a little flap over the top, just to add a little bit of extra security. When it's on the back there, you can get the tablet out that pouch easily, but again, if it's a slight bit of rain or something like that, I wouldn't want water possibly going down the side and in there. Just a little lip over the top would have been nice. Now, speaking of the rain, the bag is meant to be sort of reasonably splash proof without any cover on it, but like most modern bags these days, you do get a separate rain cover that will make it 100% waterproof, elasticated as usual. It just fits around the bag, and then your bag is fine to be left out in a rain shower. Not a problem there. But one of the other complaints I've got about the bag is just on the bottom. We've just got a kind of fabric bottom. It's slightly cushioned here, but there's no rubber feet or waterproof rubber padding or anything on the bottom there. I know it would have cost a few pounds extra. It may have increased the cost of the bag, but you know, even if you're not hiking, you're on a city break or something like that, you might want to put your backpack down on the floor. And I would have preferred just to have something a little bit more rugged on the bottom there to protect the contents and of course the bag itself. So the main compartment at the top here, 2 zips on the side, really nice touch. I love these sort of anodized red Manfrotto tags for the zips. And then you've got your kind of stuff for traveling. That's what I put in here anyway. Obviously you can put camera kit in here, but I have got USB battery charger. Again, keep it in there just so that it's nice and accessible. Overnight clothes, so just a few clothes there. So in a travel case bag. Wash kit, all the stuff in a clear bag, liquids that you need to go through an airport because the bag does meet airline restrictions. Currently, obviously they change all the time, so check that. I'll put the dimensions in the description below. And that's it. Then you have this big main compartment here. Now, another slight complaint, there's not a lot of pockets inside the bag anywhere for all those bits and pieces. We've got 2 pockets here that are across 1 zip. So undo this 1 zip and you have access to 2 pockets. That one's currently empty there. And then in this one, I've just got charging cables and leads fit very nicely into that one there. Would it be nice maybe to have a matching pair or a matching one on the other side that you could access stuff with quite easily? Again, I love having lots of pockets on bags for all those little bits like memory cards, batteries, things you just want to delve in and access quickly. So onto what I think is the key feature, and that of course is this bottom compartment here. So you open it just like so, and you've got a camera compartment just like you would normally expect. So at the moment I've got an A7R original in there with the 24-70 f4 lens, and then just on the side Tokina 20mm lens. I'm just testing that at the moment. You could easily get a larger lens in there. I think Manfrotto say that you can get the Sony 70-200 f4 lens in there. It's kind of tall enough to fit that lens in there, so you'll get a reasonable size lens in there. And if you're going wider and you've got fixed primes, you could get 2 or 3, 4 even extra lenses kind of stacked on top of each other in there. On the other side, I've just got blower brush, battery charger, and a spare battery in there. And that's it. Nice small camera compartment. But if we undo this Velcro flap just here, it actually releases the whole mechanism. And then we have this neat little camera case. So it's just a really simple case, really, a little padded case. You can put your camera in it, and it saves you just having your camera kind of hitting your hip and having it over your shoulder just on its own, and it enables you to carry those few extra bits and pieces, a couple of extra lenses, spare batteries, blower brush, all of that kind of stuff. Again, a couple of little extra pockets beside these ones on the side would just be handy to have a couple inside for a few bits and pieces, lens cloth, etc. But it's nice. It's quite a reasonably stylish, if plain kind of looking bag. I like the fact they've kept the texture from the exterior. I actually would have liked to have seen that wrapped all the way round rather than this plain kind of grey fabric, just to make it look a little bit more stylish perhaps while it's over your shoulder. But overall it does the job really well. It does what it's meant to do. It enables you to leave this bag at home, in the hotel room, wherever, and just take this out with you. So you've just got your essential camera equipment, and you can leave your clothes and all your other stuff and your laptop back in the hotel room. Now, I'm sure there are some other bags like this out on the market, but I've not looked at those. This is the first one, and for me, it solves a problem and it does a really great job. If any of you have got similar bags, I'd be actually really interested in checking those out online and possibly even testing and reviewing them. So if you know of any other bags like this, please put them down in the description below, and I'll try and take a look at them and maybe do a comparison with a few of them together. Thinking of doing a backpack roundup shortly, because I've got quite a few of them in recently for review. So that is my review of the Manfrotto Noreg backpack. If you've enjoyed this review, then we aim to put up review videos like this around about once a week. We also do first looks, reviews, techniques, features, little tips and tricks. So if you enjoy all of that kind of good photography camera stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, thank you very much. And you won't miss out on all the latest photo gear news and reviews.